Good morning, traders. TGIF, last day of the week. The only thing I did this morning is I played that 8 o'clock, I think those are crude inventories at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I did that on a bull and ox evaluation just for the heck of it, and did very well. That was what I basically did was at 8 o'clock watched which direction the news drove the price, and then when it looked like it reached the bottom, I went long and did pretty well. But again, that was just on an eval account. I don't even really count that. And on Bull and Ox is really not my go-to company. I have these. They had this 93% off a few weeks back, and I bought 5 of them, and just working my way through those for $15 a month on each of those accounts. So, well worth it. Problem with Bull and Ox is that they won't let you trade multiple accounts, or they won't let you go to what they call their master account, which is their funded account, all at the same time. So if you passed 5 of those accounts all on the same day, you could only turn one of them into a funded account. And then when you get that one up to its funded status, which is like on the 50K, is $2,600. Now you can add another one, and then you have to get that one to $2,600. Then you can add one. So that's a little annoying. So I don't really not in love with Bull and Ox, but when they have 93% off, you can't go wrong, even if you just use it as a practice account. Anyway, that's what I did this morning, and now we are going to be trading our Apex account. And we got the news at 8:30 Eastern, and it was it was slightly positive for the economy. But I think we're still going to see a move down today because in general, the economy is slowing, but I don't know that it's slowing at a pace that is going to make the Fed happy. So I think we're still going to see multiple interest rate hikes this year. We're certainly going to have at least one next week, I believe. But I think we may have a few more going forward unless this economy starts to cool. But anyway, that's just a thesis. Who knows? Right now, overnight, let's take a look. Yeah, it was just sort of random movement as far to my eye. Every once in a while, I'll tune in at, midnight or something just to see how things are going. And, if you have your charts zoomed in, it looks like pretty good action until you start to measure the bars. And if you go on, say, a 2,000 tick chart, it amazes me. I'll go in at, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the evening, and it'll be like 3 or 4 bars on the 2,000 tick, because that's all the activity there was during that period. So I'm not a big fan. A lot of guys do trade it for one reason or another. If you live in a weird, I shouldn't say weird, a time zone that's way out of whack with the New York time zone, that may be the only time that you can trade without having to trade in the middle of the night or in the evening or whatever. But it just moves too slow, and by the time you made a mistake, half an hour could have gone by. But we'll see. My thesis for a negative day could go right out the window. I already see some pretty green bars forming here on the 1 minute. Look at the NAS. NAS is really ripping here. But we'll see on the open. I won't take any trades for 10 or 15 minutes, I wouldn't think. We'll see. Yesterday, it was a combination. Looking back at the charts, there were opportunities for me to take trades yesterday. I think I was just sort of out of kilter and We'll see if I'm more in the rhythm today. Yesterday I just couldn't concentrate, and I think that was the problem, is that my mind was reacting slower than the market was. Because looking back at it, there was plenty of trades that we could have taken yesterday. I think I ended up taking one. Yeah, I did take one trade after the stream for $75 or something. It just was like, it was literally like 10 or 15 minutes after I closed the stream. I saw something, and then I even that one I bailed on for $75. That was on 2 accounts, so on the day I made $150 or something like that. Nothing to talk about. It was just a simple pullback trade, and took it for what would that be, 6 ticks or something like that. Market's going to open in a little over a minute. Usually I don't look forward to the weekend because there's no trading, but for some reason this week I am ready for it. It's one thing that the live streaming has done is it seems more like work. I feel like I'm concentrating more, which is probably a good thing, but it also, by the end of the week, I'm like tired of trading already. So we'll try to enjoy our weekend, although here in Chicago area, it is going to be cold and getting colder. Next week, we're talking about lows below 0, highs in the teens. We've got a pretty mild winter here so far, so I guess we can't complain, but the extremes are pretty extreme. I think today we're going to be upper 30s, and then we're going to plummet. Why do I have a... Uh-oh. All right, this market is open. Good luck. Overnight high looks like around 70. We'd have to break this level here, and maybe we would run up there. That's not a lot of room. Don't know if it's worth it or not. Looks like it wants to run up and hit these overnight highs, doesn't it? I do like the breakout trades like this just because they're so exciting, but I don't know that that's good trading or not. You know what the price action trader guys say, breakouts usually fail, but what does that really mean? You know, I mean, if this touches the highs and then reverses, is that a failure? So, I mean, you know, when I talk about breakouts, I don't mean that it's going to break these highs and then, go to 5,000. I'm just saying that because even that, if we would have went that's only 2 points. I don't know. A lot of this is deep rooted in my historic trading and playing breakouts. I got burned so many times. Right now this looks very rangy, so I'm going to hold off until 10 or 15 minutes and see if this range breaks. It's not, it's a short-lived range so far. It's basically that, but I'd like to see it do one or the other, or we could, play this. You could have gone short at the top of this range and you would have done pretty well. Even if, somewhere in here, you're already up 4 points. 5 points would still get you above the EMAs. Kind of momentum trading. Again, that's kind of fun to momentum trade, but the I don't know. I always feel dirty when I when I take those trades, like I'm just FOMOing. Let me double check, make sure there's no additional news. There is some medium stuff. There's at 10 a.m. Eastern, there's pending home sales and revised consumer sentiment. That's at 10 a.m., so we probably should keep our eye on that. I'll put a line there just to be on the safe side. Why is this thing fighting me? Okay. Well, this may be a harder day than I thought. I can't even make a rectangle. Another good reason for me to hold off for 10 or 15 minutes just to get my act together. There's going to be a lot of resistance up here at the overnight high, I would think. That's 3 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, that was a nice trade. I gotta stop looking at that 3 minute. Higher low would have been a pretty decent trade. Higher low off the 20 EMA. Yeah. Would have had to got out before our 5 points or take the break even. Could have sort of a double top forming here, like an M formation. Up, down, up, and then sender back down, maybe. Everything's looking kind of bullish here at the moment. There's a 5 minute. Of course, we've only got 1.5 bars on the 5 minute so far for the regular trading hours. One of these accounts today is a eval that's within, let me see here, standby. About 180 bucks, 175 bucks of becoming a funded account, so we might accomplish that today. And then our normal arsenal of PA accounts. Lately I've been trading the PA accounts just as micros because I have an overstock of evaluations that I'm trying to get through that I got during the big Christmas, New Year's, Martin Luther King's birthday. All these gigantic sales that these guys had were 90%, 93% off. I bought a bunch of them and I'm trying to work my way through those. And as you might guess, I tend to trade those more aggressively because there's less at stake. So while I'm trading those, I don't want to neglect the PAs, so I set the PAs to micros while I'm trying to trade. So at this, I'm trading the PAs the same level of aggressiveness, just at 10% the size of the evals. I don't know if that's a good strategy or not, but it's mine. It belongs to me. That's the 3 minute. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, we're still just kind of ripping sideways for now. Yeah, we did touch the overnight high in these 70s. A whole lot of sellers up there blocking the way up. If we get a break through that could move. Where are my pivot points here? Pivot point there. So that next pivot point's up at 87. So if we make a convincing break through 70s, maybe we see a move up to the 80s, 85 or so, 87, maybe. People may be waiting for this news, even though it's not high impact news. It's at least on Forex Factory, it's considered medium impact. But as I've said a million times, I mean, when you're dealing with stops that are 2-3 points, any kind of news could stop you out. So I just find it's better to just avoid it altogether. At least with the Val accounts, though, like the big impact news like that, the news that came out today at 8, It's worth taking a risk. I mean, it's very consistent where you'll get a drastic move, or if you get a drastic move in one direction, you can kind of see it start to fail and then go the opposite direction, and you'll be able to pick up some pointage. Especially if you're only looking, you could just set your stop for 5 points. I mean, you'll blink your eye and you'll get it. And if you want to be, when you're messing with the evals, go in with five contracts, and you'll instantly make over $1,000. But at the same time, if you screw up and it doesn't go the way you thought, then you could blow the account, which is no big deal on these cheap accounts I have, because they just reset for free at the end of the next cycle. And then once you get them funded, then you start treating them with respect and trade only high probability, good setups. You only play the good setups, and at least I like to trade those small, a few micros, just so that I don't blow it up, because I tend to buy these when I do get a funded account. I usually do the one-time payment, which is a bit more, like, say for instance on these 50K accounts, if you take the monthly on the funded account, it's like $80, $85 or something per month forever. And that at first glance seems like, well, why would you do that when you could pay $140 for the one time? And I agree with that, but it's a calculated risk, because more than not, people will blow up their PA accounts in less than a month. But what I like about it, and the reason I take the one-time fee, is I don't have to worry about trading it. I could just not trade a particular account, and it doesn't make any difference, because it's not going to keep costing me $80 a month. I like that. And if you're trading micros, you're trading small on those PA accounts, you're not going to blow it up in a month. Once again, just my thoughts on the subject. They belong to me. Making new highs again. $73. Yeah, this might take off now. Maybe wait for a nice pullback to the 9 or the 21. Go long. 77. I see sellers on the DOM at 75 and 77. For whatever that's worth. Looks like we have some barriers at 75, 77, and 80. What do it mean? Oh, son of a gun. I'm sorry, guys. I had my mic muted. I gave you a long explanation of a bunch of stuff here, and no one heard a damn thing. This stream sucks. Just unsubscribe. That's what I suggest. Just unsubscribe and never listen again. I'm not going to. I've just unsubscribed from my own stream. I don't know what I was saying. I think I was babbling about my crude oil trade pre-market. Oh yeah, and then I was talking about that we have a wall here at 80, and you can see from the histogram here that the volume building, and it seems to be bullish volume because it is kind of pushing things down. And right now it's looking like this trade this long is going to set up right at the top of the hour, right into this news. So that is not going to work out. That's just too dangerous for me. Well, we got a few minutes before the news. I'm going to go fill my coffee cup. I will be right back. All right, I am back. Yeah, look at that. Setting up for a nice long here, right 2 minutes into this. 2 minutes before the news will come out. Again, this could be just as they say, a nothing burger, because it is just new home sales or something. Let me see. What did I say it was? Yeah, pending home sales and revised consumer sentiment. So we got about another minute before that hits. But yeah, it doesn't set up yet, but especially off this 21, although I probably would go ahead and take off the 9, just because we do seem like we've got a pretty good bull trend going here. I don't know that we'll actually get a pullback all the way back to the 21 or not. And the 2000 tick, we've already breached it. This is now a lower low off of this, so this could be reversing. That's why I find it so important to look at multiple time frames, and actually not just time frames, but different what would you call it? Tick chart versus the time charts, minute charts. Is because, I mean, this looks a lot more bullish than the 2000 tick. But not, okay, there's the news. Did have a little reaction. Let that settle down a little bit and we'll move on. Yeah, I like this trade right off of the... Yeah, this is on the 1 minute. It doesn't look as pretty as it does on the 3 minute. We could take it off the 5 minute, but that's a pretty good sized bar here. 80, 72, that's an 8-point bar. I would have to go long above this bar, and that's almost at the highs for the day. We'll see how this bar closes, but we still got another 4 minutes. That's a pretty new bar. I'm going to take a bio break, and then we'll see if this thing settles down. All right, I'm back again. Oh, yeah, I thought about, waiting for it to just break this sort of trend here and going long. I think we may have missed that move. I think we're going to continue to go up, but I feel like that would also be a FOMO for me, especially with this pivot point right here. So we're only talking about a few points from here to there. So it's probably not worth the risk. This pullback was pretty nice. Did that thing actually go below the 9? Let's see, 71.50. Wait, what? 71.50. Really? Does that really have that long of a bar on it? I can't tell. Oh yeah, sure. Look at the 5 minute. Wow, that really went down. Oh yeah. So That was fair, but that is a very big bar. What we would have been doing is going long at the top of this bar, which is 80 and a quarter. And we haven't quite made that 5 points, but it looks like we would have. Yeah. Right now, there's not enough room for me because of this pivot point. There's definitely going to be a reaction to that. So to get in here, it would only be a point or two. Yeah. Big sell orders at 92-ish on the DOM. Let's see what the reaction looks like at this pivot point. And again, I think we still have some buyers sitting here at 90. I'm sorry, sellers. So I'm going to wait for another pullback. And then we will probably try to take a long. I don't care if it's a good trade or a bad trade. I am going to take a trade before this stream is over. I am not going to post 2 days in a row that no trades were taken. That's sort of the opposite problem with live streaming is I'm so terrified to take a bad trade that I take no trades. And without the stream, I have so little fear that I just take crappy trades along with the good trades. I need to find some sort of middle ground here where I don't care about the good or bad. Just take the trade. I mean, whether it's going to win or fail. Yeah, it's ripping right through that. Looks like those orders were pulled. Yeah, this is probably going to rip all the way to 100. Hopefully we'll get a chance for a pullback here. Not a lot recently to look to in the left. Let's take a look at our much bigger time frames here. That's the 15-minute. That's the 60. And we do not have a lot to the left here, do we? Well, we are running into this. That was back in December. break through that and then continue on up. Be nice to see it break through there convincingly, come back, and then take our long. That's the 1 hour. That's a 4 hour. I don't have enough days loaded. Assume the NASDAQ is doing something similar here. Yep. NASDAQ's up 1%. We're up 0.6% on the ES. This is just going to keep running up, isn't it? I'd like to get a pullback because I think we're going to at least touch this 100. This was a second entry short, so if it were to, it didn't fail actually. Gonna say we could take the reversal on that. And this is not too shabby. I might take a trade off of this 21. Well, maybe we won't even wait. We broke this. If it doesn't close here, that is the 2000 EMA. I'm sorry, 2000 tick chart. Yeah, that's with this. I like this. High 89.75. Let's go long here. Hopefully we're not stuck underneath that 9 EMA now. All right, we're in this trade for better or for worse. See what happens here. That 9 EMA may be screwing us over. I would have liked to see that move go faster. We'll see. That's a 3-point stop. May have gotten in too early here. I'm going to leave the stop there just because at that point I think that there's a more than fair chance that we're going to head back down. 21 is holding at the moment. We'll see. Yeah, it's looking ugly. Well, I promised I would take a trade, and here it is. Watch me lose money. And we're out. Wah, wah. Watch it turn around and go straight up. Yeah, I probably needed my stop at the top of these, but that was a lot of risk. That's a nice bar right there, but yeah, it's just still didn't. I mean, that would have been a nice bar to tempt you in, but it appears that it's a trap. Does look like it's reversing, doesn't it? We're starting to spend more time below the EMA. What's a 3-minute look like? Yeah, I just think I got in way too early. I was looking on that 2000 tick instead of the 3-minute. I'm still looking for that 4100, so I'm trying to find an opportunity to get in. Better than the last opportunity. Yeah, this still wants to go, I believe. And now we have this little area of consolidation that we could be playing off of. So maybe we pull into here a little bit, wait for some rejection, and then take it north. I don't know. I think if it does touch this 21, I will go long above these bars here. I think this thing's gonna go. Just don't want to jump in too soon. I already got one failure under my belt for the day. Yeah, I like the way this is setting up. It is a lower low though. I'm going to take one more chance at this long, and if I get stopped out, I think I'll either change to micros or stop trading, because it may be that my thesis is completely wrong here. See if it rejects this consolidation area here. If it breaks through there, I'll pull the trade. Or I should say if it closes below there. All right, we'll pull that. Definitely closed below there. So now my next theory would be that after this drops down, we'll pull back into this area and then go short. Sure ended up dumping a lot more than I thought it would. bugs me is I really do still think that we're heading for 4,100. In the 3-minute, we're bumping up against the 21 EMA. If we were to break this trend, maybe we'd continue on up to 41. Big low volume node right here. Keep watching this. That 21 is sitting there pretty strong on the 3-minute. And on the 5-minute, its 21 EMA is holding pretty nicely. Now you could take this on the 5-minute. This is actually a pretty nice trade right here. Once this bar closes in a minute and a half, we would go long above it. That's not looking like a terrible trade at the moment. The problem with the 5-minute is you can see there can be a fair amount of drawdown because of such a long time period, relatively speaking. I'm in this trade. Unfortunately, I got to move this down. Let's see what we can get here. We'll see. Probably in too early, but we're going to give it a shot. Kind of stuck here. I feel like it wants to go, but not doing anything right now, is it? It's just stuck here. Have a little bit of patience here. Hopefully it will go our way. Everything looks pretty bullish to me. Above the 20 EMA on most of the time frames. Man, it's just really stuck here, isn't it? Just watching this, kind of stuck in this trade right now. Not going our way. Another loser. Damn, not a good day. And we're out. All right, guys. I think that I'm just going to I'm going to start trading micros here for the next half hour. Clearly, I am stuck in this bullish bias that is just screwing me. And I can't get out of it because I still think we're going up. Just the way these EMAs are holding, I just feel like we're still going up. I'm going to take another shot when breaking these bars here. I'm going to try this again. I am pretty confident in this move to 4,100 if we can survive the drawdown, because we may pull back into this area before we go up. If we pulled back down into here, I think we have a pretty good chance of a reversal, but we'll give ourselves the 3 loser rule today. And then we will lick our wounds and try to enjoy the weekend even with our losses. Yeah, I'll just move this up just a little bit, like to there. We'll try to ride this thing all the way to 41. There's just a ton of selling at around 85, isn't there? Yeah, look at it, the volume right here, and that's all selling. So I'm hoping once we get past this big bar here, which appears to be selling, we'll follow this thing all the way up to 41 and beyond. Or lose again. And that 21 is holding on the 3 minute. What's it look like on the, like say 2000 tick? One minute. Yeah, if this breaks this area, I'd be tempted to take it all the way up to 105, 106 area. Just sideways trading at the moment, isn't it? Nas is picking up a little bit of steam here. Just watching, maybe we look for a pullback, although we are getting into this low volume node here, so it's probably a pretty good amount of support right here, as you can see from here. All right, we're going to pull this because we'll get a better opportunity somewhere lower, I think, at this point. This is VWAP here. And this, I think, is the 50 EMA. Let's see. Yeah, 51. VWAP breaking now. We're into that zone now. But now this is a highly counter trend trade to go long anywhere in here. I mean, look at the NAS. Starting to get heavier and heavier here. So much for my 4100 theory. Might be able to pick up something off of this current day open. So the question is, do we wait for a pullback to go short? Or do we try to play a reversal here? I mean, we're below everything. Nasdaq is bouncing off of the open, but that's not saying much. On the 1 minute, we did pass through this red line, which is the 105 EMA. If we could get a pull up back into the 9, maybe good for a short. At least back to the open. Everything looks bearish. The 15-minute is trading below the 21 EMA also. Turned negative on the day too. Barely, but this open goes all the way back to yesterday at 6 o'clock p.m. Today's open is right around where we're at now. Yeah, right around 67.25 was today, the morning open. See if we can get a pull back into this 9 EMA. In the 1 minute, we're talking about 70. 73 on the 3 minute. Got a pivot point at the low of the day, overnight low. So if we could get a pull back to here, I think that it's a reasonable short. But it looks like it's going without us. Looks like it may go without us. There was a time where those longs I took earlier, I would have ridden them all the way into the ground here, and we would have been blowing up an account. I mean, we're still down $500, don't get me wrong, but it's not the end of the world. We're still positive on the week. And we're not done, although we're getting close to the end of the stream, but I will probably continue to trade. This thing's just grinding down now. No opportunities to get in yet. I'm hoping that we'll find something right up here around 67 or so. Getting a little pullback here, so maybe we'll get our opportunity. It's looking pretty good. This bar is so long. See if it goes all the way to the 21 EMA. 2000 is looking pretty good. All right, I'm in this trade. Let's see if we get burned again. Looked like it was going to go. I'm going to move this, unfortunately. I feel like I need to have this above the 20 EMA. Man, we are just not calling this market correctly. Come on, baby, let's go down. What are you doing? Come on. Are you just going to stay there right at my entry point? Stupid market. It's a reasonable trade, though. I'm going to be above this here. I'm getting some wicks at the top. We'll see if they hold up. This to me looks good enough to even like go in with a second contract, but that's pretty risky. You know, up here around the 21. Going with the second contract. sort of looking for a new low here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Is that a trap? Is that a trap right there? Are we going to go? Is that a trap? Are we going to go? Let's go. Come on now. You son of a gun. Don't like when it wicks down like that. That tends to make me feel like that was just a trap for the shorts. Could just be consolidation here. Come on. Let's go. Let's head on down. Head on down, brother. I'm going to get in here on the VWAP. And let's see here. It's about 72 3/4. Still watching this trade. We're basically at break even. See if we can test these bottoms. We have to break this opening of the day to get some real momentum down. Once we break this, I'm going to move my stop to break even. We just tested the overnight open. I'm hoping that she'll break below there and then continue on to new low of day. Trying to be patient here. We are down. Probably shouldn't be playing the P&L, but since we're down, I'd like to get something out of this. Looks like it does look like it wants to break down, but something's holding it up here. I don't know what. Moving back up now. See if the 21 will hold. Need to break this thing to break down. Once we get below 65, I think we're going to run, but it doesn't want to do that yet. A lot of consolidation here. Just stuck here. Come on, let's go. Let's head down. Let's get this over with. We're already 15 minutes past our trading time. Let's do this. Or blow me up, one or the other. Do something. No, don't blow me up. I take that back. Come on, let's go. Let's head on down. Get this over with. Let's go. Let's go. Break on down now. Come on. This is excruciating. Nah. There's definitely there's a bearish bias to this. But, yeah, look at that. Crap. Yeah, stopped out. All right, guys. Well, that's a hell of a way to end the week, but take a few days off and we'll be back to it on Monday. I'm glad that you spent some time with me. Have a good weekend. Let's get away from our screens and we'll be back here on Monday morning. Thanks for tuning in.